Hi everyone, in today's Silk Showcase we're going to be learning how to contour and highlight. First off, we're going to start with a clean face and apply our Argan Antioxidant Primer to the face. Our highlighting and contouring today is all about attracting the most flattering light to the face. Both highlighting and contouring do very different things, but used together they can be the most amazing makeup technique. Starting with highlighting, we want to take our Silk Blending Sponge and our Argan Cream Compact that's 1 to 2 shades lighter than our natural skin tone. And we want to apply that to the areas of the face that we want to draw attention to and draw light to. So one thing to remember with highlighting is that it makes areas appear larger. So if we apply it underneath the under eye area, it's going to make this area, our eye, appear larger and more brighter. So it's always a good point to highlight underneath the under eye area. I like to go across the lid as well to cancel out any discoloration there and to really even out the skin tone. I'm also going to highlight the center of my forehead. A thing to remember, if you have a large forehead, you won't want to highlight a large portion of the forehead because you don't want to draw attention to the fact that the forehead is large. I'll also go down the bridge of the nose and touch the chin as well. So there you have it. We've highlighted all the places that we want to highlight and draw attention to, and now we're ready for contouring. So we want to take an Argan Cream Compact that's 2 to 3 shades darker than our natural skin tone, and we want to start defining some of our features. I've got a really round face, so I like to begin with defining my cheekbones. This is a really common area to contour, but you might not need to contour it as heavy as I do. But this is the guideline. You want to follow the middle ear down to the mouth. If you have more mature features and the skin is sagging in areas, you don't want to contour in the same place that I did. You want to contour a little bit higher, so the middle cheekbone area. If you want to reduce your forehead as well, you're going to want to contour on your forehead area, and I like the shape that it gives my face when I contour the temple bones as well. I love to contour the sides of the nose, not because it makes it appear thinner, but because it balances out the facial features and it makes your nose appear straight. So this is something really beneficial to most people's face shape. If you have any problem areas like jowls, you can contour the jawline. My jawline isn't very defined, so I always like to contour that area. Using an Argan Cream Compact, that's your foundation color, just take a little bit on your Silk Blending Sponge, and I like to start by blending out the highlight and then blending the contour. And you just need to keep blending as much as you can and marry those two colors together, and then you'll get a flawless contoured and highlighted coverage. You can apply more contour and more highlight in places that you need and then continue to blend until it looks completely finished and there's no stripes like this. Then you want to set the areas that we highlighted. I'm going to use an angled powder brush. I'm going to take some of the Argan Powder Foundation in the color Cream. That's 1 to 2 shades lighter than my natural skin tone. I'm just going to apply that to the areas that I highlighted. And this is going to set our highlight in place and stop it from moving. To set the bridge of the nose, I'm going to use the small fan brush and some of that Argan powder again. And I'm just going to dust a straight line down the bridge of the nose. Now it's time for our powder contour. We're going to use that same angled brush and some of the Argan 7-in-1 bronzer in the color Dark. And I'm just going to chisel out the cheekbones again, following that up onto the temple and then sweeping onto the forehead to reduce that area as well. For a natural eye contour, you can take a little bit of that into the crease as well, just using the same brush and then blending down onto the neck, making sure there's no makeup lines. Then it's time for my favorite part, using our Argan Body Shimmer to highlight the high points of our face. We want to use a large fan brush and we're just going to dust that on the high points of the cheekbones. And that's a really nice pop of light there, and as you can see, it just really lifts the cheekbones and the brow. If you take it down the bridge of the nose as well, that's just going to draw a really pretty light to that area and make your nose appear even straighter. And then you can just keep blending and dusting some of that highlight and blending it out with the fan brush until you get the high beam that you like. I really like a full beam highlight. If you've got older skin and you have maybe some fine lines in that area, then you're not going to want to highlight too intensely, and you just want to highlight outside of the areas that have fine lines. But there you have it. It's really as easy as that. If you just follow these simple steps and remember that highlighting draws light to an area, it draws attention and makes it bigger, and contouring reduces an area, defines it, and it makes things smaller. So there you have it. There's our highlighting and contouring showcase. I hope you learned something today, and I'll see you next time in our next Silk Showcase. Bye!